So the requisition and testing process have been completed, you've interviewed your candidates, and you're now ready to hire. How do you get your new employee on board? HR needs to know of your selection, so once this is determined, you will need to go back into NeoGov and move that candidate to hired and reject those candidates that were not selected. There are a number of reasons listed that a candidate might be rejected. Be sure to indicate why a particular candidate was rejected. Maybe they weren't interviewed, they withdrew, maybe they just weren't selected. Once you've indicated your selection, you'll need to complete the hire details for the personnel action form. I will walk you through the steps for completing this form. Some items will auto-populate on the form. You must complete the sections of the form that are indicated with an asterisk. This includes offer date. This is the date you offered the position to the candidate. Date offer accepted. This is the date the candidate accepted the position. Start date. This is the estimated date you would like the employee to begin working. They do have to complete all necessary processing before they can start work, so this date may change depending on the processing timeline. Note, for promotion, transfer, or demotion, the hire date above is the effective date. Here you'll mark the appropriate employment action. Could be promotion, hire, transfer, or demotion, or rehire. Appointment code. Mark the appropriate type of appointment here. Permanent full-time, probation new. This is marked for all new permanent full-time hires. Permanent part-time, probation new. Permanent part-time. Seasonal full-time, 90 days. Seasonal part-time, 28 hours per week. Temporary, full-time, 90 days. Temporary, full-time sanitation service worker, 180 days. This is to be used only when hiring full-time temporary sanitation service workers who will work 180 days, 40 hours per week. Temporary part-time, 28 hours per week. Provisional, co-op, probationary. This is to be marked when someone is promoted into a new position and will serve a probationary period in this position. Approval workflow. Your approval workflow may already be set up and will auto-populate. If not already set up, all hires, promotions, transfers, etc. must be approved by the division or department manager and by the mayor. You will need to go into the system and approve the hire even if you are the one completing the hire details for the personnel action form. It will not move on to the mayor's approval queue until you have approved the hire.
Once HR is aware of the selection, we will contact the candidate to begin their pre-employment processing. We encourage all candidates to complete their paperwork electronically online. However, all new hires will need to report to HR to complete a few items. Processing may include completion or review of all paperwork, background checks, a medical examination, drug screen, and driver's license verification. Not all hires will require the same processing, and promotions may not require any processing. However, all new and re-employed employees will need to complete some processing. There may be times when a candidate's start date is delayed. Reasons for the delay include a drug screen result may take longer than usual. There may be issues with the candidate's driver's license. If there is anything within the candidate's background, this will need to be reviewed by the Record Review Committee. And additionally, a candidate is responsible for scheduling their own medical examination. If the medical examination is not scheduled immediately, this may cause a delay. Once all processing has been completed and the employee is ready to start work, the Department of Human Resources will contact the hiring manager by email to request a start date. At this time, the hiring manager should contact the employee to coordinate the start date, but please be aware that the employee may need to submit a 2-week notice to their current employer. Additionally, you will want to address with the employee when and where they should report, along with parking options. Next, the hiring manager will need to inform HR of the agreed upon start date. Please be aware that candidates are not to begin working until the Department of Human Resources has provided authorization. This authorization will come after the employee has completed all necessary processing and you have provided us with the start date. The approval is then sent to the employee's payroll clerk. You can check with your payroll clerk to verify that the authorization has been received prior to the first date of employment for the new employee.
As a reminder, ID badges are not issued until an employee has actually started work and been issued an employee ID number. We will contact you when this is ready for pickup. If you have any questions or need help maneuvering through the hiring process, please call us at 330-375-2720. As always, don't forget to make your new employees feel welcomed.